everyone. My name's John Rooney from Simpson Grierson in Aotearoa, New Zealand. Thank you for joining us for this episode. Let's get started. In this vlog, I'm going to briefly talk about the key changes to regulation in 2023, what we can look forward to in 2024, and briefly touch on hybrid working. So firstly, looking at the key changes in 2023, the main ones were brought about as a result of our change in government and the election of a new three-party coalition in November of 2023. They immediately went about making some changes to our employment laws, and the key ones being repealing our fair pay agreement legislation, but also extending 90-day trial periods from those employers with 19 or fewer employees to all employers. In terms of fair pay agreements, none of those agreements had actually been put in place as of November last year, but there were a number that were put in the pipeline. Those have all now been stopped. In terms of 2024, I think the key issues will be very much the key issues that we saw in 2023. Those are TCANGA, AI, and the status of individuals as to whether they're employees or contractors. TCANGA is the Maori system of law, which has long been a facet of law in New Zealand and in employment law, but has gained greater prominence in the last couple of years, particularly in employment as a result of an employment court case in 2023. I think we can certainly expect that TCANGA will be very much part of the employment law landscape from 2024 and beyond. As far as AI is concerned, as with many other jurisdictions, the issues it throws up around such matters as recruitment, discrimination and the like are all matters that we are grappling with as well. And then thirdly, the issue around an individual status. There has been considerable litigation over the last few years around, in certain circumstances, whether an individual is actually an employee or a contractor. Now, obviously, that's an important difference because under New Zealand law, you get considerable protections as an employee, which are missing if you're a contractor. There continue to be many disputes going through our courts about that, and I think we'll see further development from our employment court about what the tests are and what sort of industries will accept that individuals are employees rather than contractors. And then lastly, looking at hybrid working, in 2023, there was an increase in hybrid working in New Zealand. More employers embraced the idea of flexible work, and I think that that will continue to be the case. We don't have any specific legislation in New Zealand that deals with hybrid working, and none is on the drawing board either. It's very much a matter between the parties to determine what flexible work will look like. We always recommend that employers put a policy in place so that employees are very clear about what the requirements are and what the obligations they have in terms of flexible work. That concludes the vlog for today. If you'd like to reach out to me, I'm John Rooney, and my bio is in the description below. Thank you.